there! Hey guys, it's me again, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. So guys, you might be wondering, why are you wearing your cool boy shades today, Pari? Well, my handsome friends, that is because, as you can tell by the title, we will be discussing why should you take an EPQ? And my handsome friends, only cool kids take an EPQ. But wait, before we get started, don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all my videos because I post weekly! Now let's get on with the video. So guys, I'm going to be splitting today's video into 4 components. What is an EPQ, the benefits, the drawbacks, and finally my advice, okay? So first of all, what is an EPQ? Essentially, it's worth half an A level. It's worth an AS level essentially. So you do get UCAS points for it. Depending on your grade, you'll get appropriate points for it. You can either write a 5,000 word essay or report, or a dramatical or musical composition, or an artifact. Now, the musical composition, dramatical, and the artifact, they all need to be accompanied with either a 1,000 or 2,000 word report. So, most commonly people do 5,000 word report, they go down that route, but feel free to go down the artsy sort of route if you know that's best for your career path or your choice for the future. So the EPQ is 100% coursework based. There is no written exam at the end. However, there will be a presentation that you are supposed to do in front of 7 to 8 other peers or people in your group, as well as 2 assessors, I believe. I had 2 in mine. This will all be part of your final grade. You don't just have to do this essay and the artifacts, whatever. You have also got several different components to do before you even start out planning. Now, moving on to the benefits of an EPQ. EPQ is so valuable for you. Not only will it help your career path in the future, forgetting all that for 1 minute, yeah? You will be learning about a topic and researching a topic that you love, a topic of your choice, in so much depth, and you will have so much extra knowledge about this specific topic. That in itself is very valuable because you know you will know so much about a new topic that you didn't know before. Now, like I mentioned before, it is worth half an A level, so you also receive half A level worth points. So for example, if you took A level maths and you sat your exams and got an A at the end of year 13, you would get 48 UCAS points. Now, if you got an A in your EPQ, you would get 20 UCAS points. When you apply to university, some universities do consider your UCAS points, some consider grades, but you guys know regarding the UCAS points add up. So if you get points worth half an A level, that is quite a lot. So I would really recommend this because it can help for your uni applications as well. Taking an EPQ also gives you another avenue to talk about in your personal statement. My EPQ was called Playing to Win, How to Beat the Stock Market. You guys know I'm taking economics as a degree level, and further down the line I would like to go down the route of management consultancy, investment banking, something along those lines. So, Playing to Win, How to Beat the Stock Market, that was something that I found really interesting. I had a good paragraph about that in my personal statement. So if you're struggling with super curricular things to talk about in your personal statement, an EPQ is a very good thing to talk about. You can fill up a lot of space just easily talking about a topic of your choice, a topic you love and related to your subject. Another point is, not everyone will take an EPQ, right? So this really will differentiate you amongst the thousands of other people that are fighting for the same university space as you. So let's say you had the exact same grades as someone else. What will differentiate you from them? Your personal statement. And what will make your personal statement stand out? If you have loads of super curricular stuff, and EPQ will be super curricular provided you link it to your university topic, your degree level topic. That's very important. Now, building upon this point is that universities can actually lower their requirements if you have either an A or A star in your EPQ. So for example, for me, along with my 4 predicted grades in my A levels, I also had an A in my EPQ. So this meant that when I applied for my universities, I actually got an offer back of AAB instead of AAA from the University of Birmingham. Now, you guys know University of Birmingham is a Russell Group university. Okay, it's not the best of the best for economics, but it's still a very good university, and they lowered their requirements for me. So I was really very happy about that. Now, this is not the case for every single university. I've got 3 out of my 5 offers back, and I only got lower requirements for one of the 3 universities. That is mainly because the other universities I applied to are very competitive. However, even still, there will be categories on the websites for the universities and the course guidelines if they lower the requirements if you've got an EPQ. So just have a look if the universities you want to apply to do that. They might not explicitly say that, but I think there will be some that also lower the requirements if you do have that. So yeah, it's really good that it can lower the requirements for you as well. And the final benefit is that it's essentially a university level style essay. So you have to do, it's not just a simple normal A-level sort of essay. There's so much planning and precision and drafts and rewriting and just everything you have to do in the course of around 8 to 10 months time. And this is supposed to be the standard of work, the quality level of a university level essay. So this will prepare you very well for university. It will give you the vital skills you need to do dissertations or essays during your university time. So there are a lot of different components that you have to do in your EPQ, especially if you're doing the 5,000 word essay. You have to do research on so many different sources. You have to put those researches into a literature review, and then you have to do a Harvard referencing on all of those website links and research points you found. You've also got to make Gantt charts. You've got to do basically loads of other components. But essentially what it is a thorough, in-depth investigation about your topic. It just helps you to write a balanced argument, because in your EPQ you've got to have for and against, have research points for both arguments, and then come to a balanced conclusion with your opinion, formulate different ideas, stuff like that. And that's quite a difficult thing for an A-level student to do, I believe. So I think it will really help you and give you that little boost when you actually start university. Instead of having to go right into the deep end, you will have a level up. Now, moving on to drawbacks. So the main drawback I would say is it's extremely time consuming, okay? It's not just a 5,000 word essay. Let me break it down for you what it actually is. So it's planning, and just by the way, you've got to plan what your title is going to be, and not just that, you've got to break down every single step. Why did you choose that title? Why did you want to do this for you as an EPQ in general? Why did you want to research these things? Why do you want to break it down into these specific categories? You've got to break down and explain every single step you do. You have to do a Gantt chart, you've got to do a literature review, Harvard referencing, and you've got to do that all throughout, okay? Endless drafts that you've got to give to your supervisors, and then they give back, and then they edit, and then you've got to do it again. You've got to do a contents page, a logbook, a final presentation, and you've got to do a write-up for your presentation, okay? You've got to say, why have I chosen these slides? Yeah, it's very time consuming. And building on that, I did my EPQ in my AS level, so in year 12. So I had 5 subjects at the time. You guys know I take maths, further maths, physics, and economics. They are very difficult subjects, and on top of that, I had an EPQ. That's no joke, you know, that's no joke. For me, further maths is extremely hard, so that was supposed to take up a lot more of my time. But I found that EPQ was eating into my time that I needed for revision, because I take 4 hard subjects. Just be careful not to let the EPQ take over the rest of your life and the rest of your revision, because it's very easy to let it do that. Manage your time very carefully, that's what I would say. And finally, my advice. Now, I would first of all say, take it if you know and you're sure you can balance your time and stick to the deadlines. What I saw that the case was in my EPQ group was that our teachers were always on the group's case to stick to the deadlines, and there'd be people who just didn't listen. If the teacher said that one week you need to have your logbook finished, they'd come up the next month with it finished. You know, that's not only a disservice to yourself, that's a disservice to the teachers who are giving up their time to be there. Also, I would strongly suggest you take your EPQ in year 12, not year 13, because you want your year 13 to be solely focused on your subjects, on your academia and your revision. You don't want to have these extracurricular distractions. For me, I knew I wanted to get all my extracurricular stuff out of the way in year 12. Year 13 content is quite a lot harder than year 12 content. This goes for most subjects. So you got to think, is it worth it? If I don't get the grades that I want to get the grades, is it worth taking an EPQ just to have a little bit of an advantage? Because if I don't get the grades anyway, you won't meet the criteria, so they won't give you an offer anyway. Having said that, I would still say taking an EPQ in year 13 is better than not taking one at all, but you've just got to be very careful in finding that balance. Not only this, but I feel this is sort of a psychological thing that doing it in year 12 will ensure that you have a sure shot offer when it comes to uni. So for my Birmingham offer, they offered me AAB, but if you take it in year 13, they'll say AAA or AAB if you get an A in your EPQ. For me, that psychologically sounds like a little bit more pressure, because, you know, AAA or AAB, so I need to get an A. It's got a bit more pressure than knowing that, you know, you've definitely got an AAB offer. Do you know what I mean? That's why I think psychologically it does take off a bit of pressure when it comes to your year 13 exams and stuff like that. Another thing I'd like to emphasize on, I've already said this, but keep it relevant to your course that you will take at university. It's not supposed to be something that you've done in school anyway, but try and keep it different to something that you've done in school. Do something abstract, do something unique, but keep it relevant to your course, and also make sure it's a topic that you definitely enjoy, because when I tell you doing a 5,000 word essay on a subject that you don't enjoy, it will be like hell. I'm telling you, it will be so difficult. The main thing that kept me going was because I found it interesting. I found it so extremely tiring and exhausting, but I found how to beat the stock market very interesting. Make it relevant to something you will do in university, and make sure you are very much interested in it. These two things that you need to do them. You need to make sure when you do your EPQ, you do these two things. So the last thing I want to say to wrap this video up is that I would very strongly recommend you take an EPQ. I've given you the advantages, the disadvantages, my advice. Now it's up to you to take what you will from this video, but one thing I would really like to say is the pros definitely outweigh the cons, as you can tell. It will be so beneficial when you apply to your universities. It will also give you an avenue to talk about in your interviews. I'll talk about that in another video another time, because, you know, it's getting late, it's 11 o'clock at night, and yeah. So I want to wrap up this video now, because I think you need to have some time to absorb it, okay? But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a huge thumbs up and smash that subscribe button down below to see me weekly. Anyways, guys, see you next time. Bye.